So, you want to discover life on another planet? I figure out how. There's a couple ways I was thinking about discovering life on another planet. Essentially, this is one way. This is the normal way. Is we basically use a telescope from Earth. We find a homeland, another planet out in the galaxy. Okay. We get a whole bunch of scientists looking at it, be like, so what's on this planet? What's on this planet? I can't tell from the telescope, but it looks like it has oxygen on it. If there's oxygen on it, that can sustain life. Oxygen is like the source of life itself, I think. There's certain creatures, if there's oxygen or water on it, there could sustain life. So I was thinking about this, like, to discover life on another planet, we could use a telescope, or we could do this. Through space care, I was thinking of like whenever I created space care, I always keep in mind of like giving audio support, visual support, and live actual camera feed on every single space care cell that we had that's hooked up to a DSM network on the central base at home, to where if something like triggers a sensor, like a weird vibrational sensor in a certain like massive list of like space care members, we'll be notified and have a camera feed on it and be like, what happened in the the galaxy right there. And essentially, I was thinking about this as like, so eventually, like many years from now, I don't know how many years it'll be, maybe like 200 to 1,000 years from now, I was thinking about like my space care members today actually floating into other galaxies and like potentially getting sucked into like another planet's gravitational pull, and potentially like actually landing or crash landing on their planet. So I was like, sitting there, I'm like, should I give these people parachutes too? Where if they get sucked into another gravitational pull and they're about to crash land, a parachute opens and basically saves the entire sleeper cell from actually destroying itself and crash landing in the atmosphere. And essentially will basically, when it lands on the Earth, when it lands on like that new planet, creatures from that planet, they won't know it, but they might come up to it and start crawling over it and looking at it and be like, what is this thing? Then we'll have a live camera action feed from Earth looking at this planet and seeing these maybe people, maybe monkeys, like Planet of the Apes. Maybe Godzilla's over there, little little mini Godzillas. Maybe like little deers. I don't know. Truth, I don't know exactly what's out there. I'm just saying, like, this is a potential way to discover life on another planet, and it'll be a lot easier, and it'll be a lot less stressful too. It's just a way to potentially discover life on another planet. Is you essentially just like let society run its course and send people off to space, giving them more bodies, hook up the sleeper cells the right way, manage it and track it. And if we find out that essentially that this planet over here that we couldn't spot because the sun was in front of it, but our sleeper cells were lucky enough to basically hit the orbit where it was like here, but when we're looking, it was like behind the sun, so we couldn't really see it. And then it's like, but it was here, and our sleeper cell comes and gets stuck in the gravitational pull of that planet. It could land perfectly there, and it could be transmitting data back to Earth and being like, dude, we literally just found a planet and discovered life on our planet potentially. And it's like, that is freaking sick. Because I'm just like designing this. I was thinking about Space Kill like 3-4 months ago. And I'm literally sitting there looking at it like, I literally envisioned someone, a family member, like 1,000 years from now, I get notified from the government saying, "Yo, your fucking relative from fucking 1,000 years ago, you're freaking famous now, dog. You're freaking famous now. Your grandma, great. I don't know how many greats there has to be in that freaking statement, but it's like landed on another planet and showed us, transmitted data back to us to Earth saying there's deer on that planet." There's literally deer on that planet. There was a pack of deer that came up and literally started looking at this sleeper cell, and was like, and tried to eat it or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what a deer on another planet would eat, trying to eat. I don't know if it eats grass or people. But we get a good estimate of what like would potentially be out there. That makes sense. It's a pretty cool idea. So that's kind of a potential way to discovering life on another planet, is to trust in space care and to trust in the process of what we're trying to do and create it for society. So